This is a pretty good one. Stay with me. There's no place in no. Colossians 3 verse 15. And let the peace from Christ rule in your hearts, to which as one body you are called. Now I'm going to break it down in English terms, okay? And let the peace meaning soul harmony which comes from Christ rule meaning act as umpire continually, okay, in your hearts, deciding and settling with finality all questions that arise in our minds in that peaceful state. So we get thoughts, and then our heart battles those thoughts because our heart wants to be in peace. Our heart wants to feel love, right? Okay. And then to which as, and that means members of Christ. One body you are also called. You are called, meaning you are to live a certain way. Okay? All right, a confident person can say no when they need to. They can endure people's displeasure and are able to reason that if the disappointed person truly wants a relationship with them, they will get over their disappointment and want them to be free to make their own decisions. They realize wanting to please others can be a trap that keeps them from the freedom of saying no. Stay with me. Sometimes you have to say no to others in order to say yes to yourself. Otherwise, you'll end up bitter and resentful, feeling that somewhere in the process of trying to keep others happy, you lost yourself. You are valuable and you need to do things that you want to do as well as doing things for others. When you do feel you need to say no, you don't have to give a reason why. So often people want us to justify our decisions, and we really don't need to do that. I try to be led by God's Spirit, or another way of saying it is, I try to be led by my heart. And sometimes I don't even fully understand why I feel something isn't right for me. But I've learned if I do feel that way, I'm not going to go against my own conscience in order to have everyone be happy with me. I often say, I just don't have a peace about it, or I just don't feel right about it. Or even a plain old, I don't want to, is sufficient. There is nothing wrong with giving a reason if you have one, but I think we go overboard in trying to explain ourselves sometimes. If an offended person doesn't want to understand, they're never going to. No matter how many reasons you give them, follow your heart and keep your peace. Say no when you need to, and yes when you should. When you want to say no, I'm encouraging you to say no, no matter what it is. And if somebody doesn't understand you or gives you a hard time, it's just because they didn't get what they wanted. And down the road, when you say no, eventually people start respecting you because you have your own opinion and you have boundaries. And boundaries are so important. So many people respect me in life because of the boundaries that I placed on them many years ago. Trust in Him. Sometimes it takes faith to say no. God wants your heart to be at peace. Put your trust in Him and don't be afraid to say no. All right? Take care.